You just dump. Let me just be a glass cannon kind of concept.
Okay, they close it out with a Moskov. If Twisted Minds play fast, and if they want to be really honest with this draft, which so far they are, they showed up the Matilda, we saw the Barretts come in, they picked up the carry so that they don't have to go up against it. I think they just lean in on the predictability of it, pick up an EXP laner that rotates hella fast, clears minion wave fast, so that you're constantly adding pressure to the map. Just play through raw speed, allow the Barretts to be the slower one, and maybe pick up a mid laner that could deliver the same thing. Fast rotations, fast clear, and then just constantly be playing hit and run. But if you play too much into that idea, they might be susceptible to suddenly like a Hilda or a Cho Roam showing up that just deals way too much damage.
At that point too, you're just matching, you know, the fire for fire. Especially in the early game with the roamers here. So I think we'll see what this the last couple bans will be out as they come through here, but you got a good mix of just the Matilda utility, the Barretts that Leo mentioned earlier on, and you know, covering a lot of your crowd control and durability issues on both sides right now.
Remember, one thing that we learned also from wildcards is that Matilda, her pokes are really annoying. You don't think of it as much, but they're actually quite disturbing.
We've seen maybe 1 or 2 Matilda kills.
Yes.
So it's real. It's not something that we're just saying for the sake of, oh, cool, Matilda's back. It's just, it happens. And again, when you have the Barretts, which, you know, we spent a good amount of time talking about in the pre-show, it's going to help. Are we locked in saying that this Akai is jungle? Or are we open to, you know, maybe the swerve?
Swerving it.
This is Miss Meow.
Like it might go into the roam instead.
Yeah, I think there's a world where that happens.
Could be. I think it depends on what they'll show up here. If they show their EXP laner and it is someone tanky, then I think you just put Akai in the jungle, then your roam can be a little bit more nimble damage. But if they show their roamer, then yeah, for sure you already know it's going to the jungle. I think I'm okay with them leaving the option of Akai as a flex.
Yeah, you want to leave it to the last moment.
Yeah.
So commit to the bit, show it in. Okay, never mind.
No. It's for sure going to the jungle now. Right. For the God Thought.
Maybe committing to the bit might have been a little too expensive. So confirm this is likely a jungle Akai. So he's not actually dead.
Okay. Ganakacha 2 was one of the picks that was kind of slept on during wildcard. It didn't pop up, I think, maybe once or twice. You know, we kind of shifted things from the revitalized roam dance between two teams when that's brought up. So this is very tanky on both sides. I feel like we're going to be buckled in for a longer game for this game 1.
I think just reminds needs more ranged pokes to pair alongside that Matilda. Will they go for range? Oh, they go for the Lapu Lapu. And hey, Kagura. Hey, okay, Twisted Minds really showing us some more picks here. I mean, it's been a while since I've said or thought that Kagura would be a good pick, but I'm not going to say it's a bad pick, but I think I have to stick with my consistency with the theme of Kagura this year, 2026.
It's that feeling.
Yeah, it's that feeling.
It's nice to see, though, because that's what I was saying. The mid lane is so narrow right now.
Yeah.
You know?
At least we have someone trying new things.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time Kagura was a legit like prio pick.
Yeah, like a threat too.
I remember more times when she was actually banned because of balancing issues.
Despite the creativity of the Barretts and Matilda, I think I might have to lean towards Virtus Pro here. With it being a little bit more with what we understand to work. Guinevere EXP lane for Rafa.
Is that how heavy Kagura is right now?
Maybe.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Because they needed a bit more setup also. They needed another hero to... Because Kagura has that built-in Purify, so... Interesting choices. Interesting choices by these two. Sound off wherever you're watching. Who do you think between the two more interesting drafts would be able to win this? Is it Virtus Pro or Twisted Minds? I'm going to hand you off now to Nice and Leo.
Here we go, and welcome to the second match here for Stream B. Once again, there's 2 streams going on simultaneously right now, so you guys are joining us here for this one. It's game 1 in this best of 3. We'll find out who moves forward. This is an interesting draft, to say the least, just because, you know, it's quite different from the chaotic compositions we saw set up in our first match. We are going to take a little bit of breather so we can talk about this a little bit longer here for this one. Even looking at the emblems, anything standing out here? No, it's pretty much standard.
I love how both gold laners just picked up Master Assassin.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to fight.
I think they want to fight in that gold lane early on, man. They don't want.
And they don't expect rotations from anyone else.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that both came. You know how it's like a game of rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
It's like we both basically pick scissors.
So we both just go for it.
Yeah, and then it allows you to go again.
Yeah.
Because what if I went for the Master Assassin and then you went completely elsewhere? What if you decided to risk it and went for something like a mystery shop?
Mystery shop.
Right? It's like you greed out. Or again, you play a little more conservative and play tenacity or something.
Yeah.
So at least now we know that that's going to be a dead lane. It's a full mechanical matchup. In mid, okay, let me play devil's advocate. You and Renmar were a little more skeptical. I just mentioned the facts about Kagura. What if there's a reason why Sa picked this up? What if this is something that, they've been practicing for months now?
That's what I'm saying. It could just be one of those picks, right? One of those
a Sa
comfort
thing.
or a Saw thing. Yeah, it's like maybe this is her favorite hero. Like this is one of those comfort picks, incredibly in her favor. But also, not only that, I just think maybe you're just playing around the fact that even the Matilda does enough poke now.
Yep.
I mean, even better now, and you can set things up, whether that's with the burst that comes with the Kagura or utilizing that circling eagle to set things up for your team.
That and Twisted Minds, their lineups look so tightly packed. When you look at something and I like the way that's built.
Yeah, yeah.
I like when you put all of these together, especially with Chincha on the carry. Like, that's the icing on the cake.
Yeah, Chincha, she's going to be able to shred through that tanky front line that we're going to see here from Virtus Pro. Again, the play here, this is what we were talking about. I guess we're seeing a preview of that in the gold lane. And they're going to poke back and forth. Turtle will be up here in a second. And so Twisted has control of this area. Daisy, level 4 on her Lapu Lapu. Still trying to get there for the Guinevere over here for Virtus Pro. Minun's going to go ahead and charge in, but they might be a little bit off for this fight here.
Okay, in comes Miss Meow Daisy with the bravest fighter, the flicker to re-engage, finds Livin. First blood drawn by Twisted Minds, and Melee, despite the heavy spin, gets the turtle. Free kill and major objective. Sa with the flicker forward, pushing deep enough to threaten Grand Theft Orange. Twisted Minds just a second away from being called guilty. Rafa backs off. Melee wants it. Melee's gonna take it.
Whew, Melee just got a whole lot. And this is, I don't know, maybe this is one of the things. You are a threat enough in the Barretts, even if you don't get any kills, but just roaming around, being that threat of I've got a Daytona's welcome, I've got the Matilda with me. I have pretty good damage, too. I think that's the surprising factor with the Barretts is you've got a good enough damage in your early game that you can be a threat with the rest of the team, right?
Look at that little moment. Chincha just laughs it off. Did not expect to see Minun come out of that wire brush and yoink the crab away from her. That's priceless.
Yeah. Hey,
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, close.
All right, Daisy's fine. This is what I was expecting, Leo. Like a bit of a slower paced game, just for the sense of the compositions on both sides. But look what's happened here. Twisted has pretty much built up, 1K lead off of a turtle and a kill.
Yep. This is up to the MO of how Melee wants to play. Sure, you're looking at Chincha as the main core, but the first 8 to 9 minutes, it's on Melee.
Yeah.
This is her version of her aggressive self. In this new Twisted Mind V and Shell.
I think I'm okay with it too. This Barrett's coming back into, I wouldn't say the forefront of the meta just yet, but like it's popped up now a few times. We'll see if that's still going to be the case, but it's more so I feel like it's one of those things where it's just paired up with a Matilda and a Sky Piercer for some.
Yeah, and I could be mistaken. I will see it as soon as the item check comes up, but Melee picked up a War Axe?
Yeah.
Huh.
What do Barretts usually go, right?
Brute force, more tanky items, but this just means she wants to put the pedal to the metal. She's stepping on it.
So I was thinking, whoa, Flicker already used by Livin.
Saw a little too deep, gets pulled back. Livin pops the gush, cancels it just as quickly. Daisy against 3. Rafa goes down. Saw finds her. Melee secures the turtle. The Revitalize will not keep them up long enough. That's popped by Minun, saves them. Now Minun versus Sa. Sa backs off, and it looks like they're gonna continue to starve Virtus Pro. These Grizzlies, these white Grizzlies are hungry.
Daisy was hungry, man. She just jumped in and kept Virtus Pro busy for how
And
long?
she jumped in without a flicker. That was all just her kit.
That was just the bravest fighter, man. She knew what she had to do, and that bought so much space for Virtus Pro off that. They're actually going to get a tier 1 turret down bot too. And again, just playing the map, playing to their strengths. Maybe that's also why the War Axe.
These polar bears are on thin ice.
Yeah.
After every major objective, sure, they got a trade, but it's now 2,000, Joseph. It's 2,000 and a half.
Yeah, that's a lot at this point in the game. Sa, she'll be just fine. That's what the Kagura does really well. Gets out of situations just like that.
It's a free cleanse.
Yeah.
You're relatively mobile. You can burst if you want to. Sa might be onto something.
Again, I want to see if this Kagura picks up more. I want that flexibility in the mid lane, man. I'm sure at some point in the day we'll see the Eve picked up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at Minun.
Oh, look at Minun.
Comes in, just crosses over.
Just says hi.
Yep.
Knows you're not going to be able to catch.
It's a dangerous position, though. What if she did that and hung out there in time for the turtle?
That's true.
Now, maybe Twisted Mind's going to pick up on that.
But that's the thing, too. She has a Purify. Cal's going to be fine, you know?
I guess.
Look at this. Just forcing Miss Meow back. The rest of the VP out of the turtle pit. I mean, they still have plenty of time for this to come up. I think one of the missing components here, Leo, is for Livin's positioning on the gourd. It's exactly what I was worried about in the draft.
Which is made all the more worse by the fact that Virtus Pro does not have a traditional front to back.
Yeah.
Their formation is wherever Miss Meow can take it, where Minun lands a solid taunt and AOG, where Rafa can find the full combo. And this is an XP lane win. I don't expect it to build full tank. Livin here, down to a 10th of her health, very low. AOG defensively used. They find her, but the revitalized keeps Livin alive. Miss Meow pushes back Twisted Minds. They save their skin, taking Cow on the way out.
I am so surprised Livin lived there. Like, she survived, and I think Cow's just like, you know, I want to go for this. This is my moment. And she got stopped in her tracks.
Revitalized diff.
Yeah.
They pressed the winds too quickly, and they couldn't close the gap, deal the damage when it was necessary.
Yeah. You see that too. Minun picked up an early. I feel like this is an early Guardian Helm to deal with some of that kind of burst, and you know that she's just going to be in the whim of it.
Yeah, the damage is a little too spread out. Twisted Minds, if I could say, oh, wait, look at this. Full combo on Sa, didn't even get the cleanse. Oh, I guess she did hold that brush a little too boldly, but I was saying, as the Gatot, I get why. Because look, physical, magic, true, it's a little too spread out. So she's just like, what if I just get HP?
Yeah. Might be the best case scenario too. Again, it's it looks like Virtus Pro, they are gonna have to slowly crawl back into this game. You're talking about a 3,000 lead up to this point. It might not be anything too big in the grand scheme of things, but right now, at least leading into that first Lord, it is gonna make a difference here for Twisted Minds. Gush thrown out. Livin just isn't there yet to be able to go ahead and actually pump out this damage on the Barretts, for example. But maybe if she's able to go ahead and catch someone else out, that's, again, one of the hard things to do is because you have a Matilda across from you, the mobility aspect of Twisted's lineup is just that much better, right? Whereas Virtus Pro, on the other hand, they're either going to try to surprise someone with a Guinevere. Maybe eventually Lunar can land that spear that's going to change the course of a team fight, but that's going to happen later than now, you know, for this first Lord.
And I think later to now is the major problem for Virtus Pro. Is because if we don't find the formation that we need to be able to get the most out of that Gush later, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Same question for that Moskov. Same question for Rafa's Guinevere. Because Twisted Minds, they're living in the now. They're going for the Lord here. Less than half health. Daisy and Chincha putting up quite a wall. Cow in the back line. Interesting how this Matilda's being positioned. Rafa comes in. AOG moves them all out. Quick, heavy spin, throwing it out. Miss Meow didn't even need the retribution. In comes the rest of them. Luna presses it, finds some. Minun very low. Melee, dropping that missile expert, gets knocked up by the Requiem. Miss Meow finds her. Now Daisy onto Lunar. 2 for none. Free Lord. Virtus Pro, where'd that come from?
Because Minds got twisted up there for that Lord. They were really, really low HP for melee. on to try to go ahead and secure the Lord, and then it came down to some retributions that didn't end up happening the way they needed. So Virtus Pro end up with a big shift here. Look at this replay, right? They go great, kind of zone out, but Miss Meow ends up getting this Lord, and then they're out of the firepower. Saw's gone too after she used the ultimate, and then things just fell apart. They weren't really in the fighting position they needed to, and then Chinchao, of course, she just had to disengage from that because everybody had already started to die around her.
Okay, we may have just seen worst case scenario for Twisted Minds.
Yeah.
When you have the one-on-one situations down lock, but the rest of your team, especially the cores, aren't in a position, that's it. Great pull out by Kao, saving Chinchao. And this is scarier. Think that Chinchao doesn't have a Purify.
Yeah.
What's Twisted Minds play? Like, how do they regain the map? How do they, you know, find the potential snowball that they were already working with in the first 5 minutes?
I think this is where you have to start to go ahead and lean towards Chinchao, man. You know, once she's got the items, the itemization that she needs, where she's got the Trinity. Oh, they're going to break into a fight
Here
again.
we go, Livin, putting it all on Mei Lane. Lunar very low, massive Requiem once again. Minun gets found out by Chinchao. And Mei Lane just walks it off like it's nothing with about 2 HP. Kao and Chinchao want to finish off Miss Meow. Miss Meow going through walls here. Dashing on through underneath tier 2. She's fine.
Oh, yeah, heals back up. Good enough. But this is exactly what I was saying, man. I think, you know, if you're Twisted, you have to lean towards Chinchao. She has Trinity. I'm not sure if she's going to go into next Malefic Gun.
Yeah, I think,
fourth item. Yeah,
I think the gun.
Yep. Brute
more
Force was
important.
picked up too for Mei Lane, so defensiveness is there. She already got Oracle.
What I was expecting. So it's War Axe, Brute Force Oracle. I would have done it. Brute Force Oracle
War Axe, yeah.
But again, it's a new metagame. Barats is a upcoming hero that we might see more often now. I'm impressed though by, again, how Virtus Pro got away with that Lord. I want to see them take advantage. I want to see them, you know, push the tempo here.
I'm wondering too for now at this point in the game, once we get a little bit further, how valuable the Kogura pick will be, because we've already seen it in a couple team fights where it's like Umbrella's thrown out, Yin Yang Overturn is used, and then once that burst is gone, if no one dies, like Livin has survived for the majority of them, then what are you able to do, right? Now, yes, you can use the ultimate once again. Once you collect the umbrella and everything else, you do some decent amount of damage, you know, with the first skill throwing it around, but it's just not the same, for example, as what other traditional mid laners can bring to the table, and I think that's why the Kogura, for example, hasn't been picked up many times, successfully even.
I hear what you're trying to say, Joseph. I'm thinking, if I'm putting 2 and 2 together, you want Sa on Live and Watch.
Yeah,
I think that might be the best thing to do.
Gonna make sure there's Daytona's welcome.
Circling Eagle answered back, and there you go, Livin cancels the gosh and heavy spin by Miss Meow, but look at all the damage dropped by Twisted. Daisy finds Livin, Sa finds sweet revenge on Miss Meow. 2 free kills over to Twisted Minds as they work on the Lord.
You see what happened there? Oh, hold on. Lunar actually chasing. Oh,
point blank SOD. Will Lunar get punished? Minun might actually be the one that gets taken down. Lunar presses the SOD right before it gets expired. Oh, Chinchao takes down Minun. Gets a double. Rafa falls as well. This is no bueno for Virtus Pro. Lunar, the only survivor.
Yeah.
Expect this map to turn blue.
Oh, they're going to push into this base turret. They can't quite end it. Livin's going to be up, so she could just go ahead and clear out this minion wave, but talk about a setup.
Oh!
Chinchao will get out. This is great job, too. I know we probably won't get a peek at it now for the instant replay.
I felt that.
But Daisy did an amazing job. We asked, should Saw be on Livin duty? Well, it was Daisy in that last interchange, and she stuck right to Livin to make sure that that Gush uptime was pretty much canceled.
And it makes sense. It's just much easier for Daisy to run through the old-fashioned way rather than Sa go flank.
Yeah.
And all Sa did there was really deal the damage that would have been set up by the initial crowd control. First, Minun here gets taken down. A second too late on Livin's Gush. Down goes Rafa. Miss Meow follows through. The writing's on the wall. 8K up. Twisted Minds are inside the base. Virtus Pro struggling to defend.
Not sure if they're going to be able to end it just yet. Even with 3 members down, they do have a wave in the mid lane. Twisted looking to take out the base turret. Can they end the game?
2 defenders. Circling Eagle spent by Kao. Waves still up. SOD Gush all thrown at the wall. Seeing what sticks, but Twisted Minds ends under 15 minutes. Game 1, match point.
There you have it. Twisted Minds took them a little bit, I feel like, to come online in that one with the composition that they brought. But hey, they made this composition built off utility, built off speed, and built off an interesting, unique pick in the Kagura in the hands of Sa in the mid lane. And it all came together here. And this also allowed Chinchaw to just kind of have free reign on the carry.
I'm managing my expectations. I'm about 70% there. Again, I cannot deny the fact that Sa got a dub with said Kagura.
Yeah.
But maybe given how tight mid is, you have to slip through the cracks. You have to have your own little flavor, and this is hers.
Yeah, this was I don't know, Renmar. What do you think? Were you surprised, especially with the Kagura pick here?
Well, yeah, the Kagura pick to me was just, we were talking about it. Gideon, Lefel, and I, we were just all looking at the Kagura pick. It's like, wow, you guys really leaned in towards honesty for this draft.
Yeah.
But hey, it seems like honesty is the best policy. The Matilda first pick, showing it up right away with the Barretts and the carry. Clearly, they made the choice and they rushed the carry because they know that if it was the Gordon carry together in the mid to the late game, then that Barretts would not have a good time being able to hold the front. I think what we saw here was Twisted Minds, like John Wick-esque focus and sheer will of just, we want to play this lineup and make it work. And they made it work. The Barretts and the Matilda together somehow just could not allow VP to play comfortable at any point in the game.
Yeah, this was it was a mix of also and in this game, not just the Barretts, the Matilda, and like we said, Sa, but I think Daisy did a great job here.
Oh, yes.
On just playing, whether it was live in duty or if she had to peel sometimes, but especially towards the end when it became that Mystic Gush was a threat, Daisy had to be the one to go and lock down and make things happen here.
Which kind of works because given how deep you already went and halfway through getting to live in duty,
Yeah.
you would have used the majority of your damage reduction to even survive and